we're going to make a penguin. You're going to get a lump of air dry clay. And first you want to kind of plan ahead and you want to pinch off a little piece that will be your egg later on. So it's smaller than a grape. And I'm going to go ahead and roll this using the palms of my hands, rotating them in circles to start to round out that shape. And so I know you couldn't see a lot of the magic there, but you wind up with a roundish shape, and then you can use your fingers and thumbs to push it into an egg shape. Look at how my hand over on the left was sort of pinching lightly as I turned it to make it narrower on that end and make it an egg shape. Just do your best. It doesn't have to be perfect. So now I'm going to use the large piece, also rolling and rolling, making my palms go into circles. And of course, if I feel a part of it that's really lumped out, I'm going to push a little bit more on that part. So I'm looking while I roll it between my palms to try and make it very round like a sphere or a ball. But now my hands are sliding left and right to start to make it more of a pear shape. Left and right rolling like that, especially focusing on the top, will make the top narrow. And I am going to pull off a little bit more. I forgot earlier I need to pull off a nice chunk for my feet. So shimmy back and forth with left and right, and you will start to get the shape of a penguin that is looking straight up into the air. Look at how my fingers on the left are still smoothing and pinching just a little bit so that it forms a point. We don't want the point to become too pointy because it will break off, but you'll start to see as you pinch a penguin head shape. Just do not make the beak too skinny. So now it looks like a penguin that is looking forward, and you'll notice on the back of the head, cracks. While holding the front and supporting the front of the penguin's neck and face, you'll use a little bit of water on your finger to press and smooth that out. If you're just sliding water into the cracks, it'll dry it out and make the cracks even worse. So your finger really has to kind of push as it smooths, and you'll have a beautiful, smooth penguin. Penguins are so smooth because they race through the water. If they had rough parts, they would not be so fast while they swim through the water. So now with that leftover clay I pinched off before, I'm rolling it to see the size and shape. And now I can kind of eyeball it and use my two hands to split it almost equally in half, as best as I can. And by pulling it like this, I made two shapes that are already ready to be feet. So I'm going to kind of condense them down, and one part of your foot is very narrow, that's going to slip under the body, and the other part of your foot is a little bit more rounded, and that's going to be the part sticking out front. To connect two pieces of clay, we're going to toothbrush. That means that with some water on your brush, you lightly rough up the bottom of the penguin where the feet will attach, and you rough up the foot. Now, they will be pressed together, and then you don't stop there. You still have to squish and smooth them so that they really are attached. If you just set your penguin on the feet, they won't stay there. That's right. That will attach those feet for good. And now, after making sure the feet are attached, I'm going to use the toothbrush to make that little area under the penguin's belly where the egg will go. So the tip of my toothbrush makes a nice little area where the belly will be over the egg. And notice I toothbrushed in there. And I also decided to toothbrush my egg a little bit so that those two rough areas will stick together really nicely. And then I gave a little squinch down on the belly so that it'll hold the egg in place. All right, from here, just smooth, smooth, smooth. Have fun.